Hi, it's Keisha of New World Tarot, and thank you so much for joining me today for a Thanksgiving themed vlog. And so I just wanted to come on very quickly, and I just wanted to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving, and just to kind of as well just talk about Thanksgiving as well for just a moment. So of course, this Thursday, November 22nd, is Thanksgiving Day. And this, of course, is the traditional day of family, of gratitude, and feasting. And this is the day that we spend celebrating with people we love and people we adore and who are really a part of our daily lives. And yeah, we also spend time with those other people too. You know, they're around as well. Like, you know, those people you might avoid and wonder why they even came. Hell, you wonder why you even came, because it's only, 27 minutes in and already you look forward to getting the hell away from them. And yeah, happy Thanksgiving, So let's talk about that for a minute. So Thanksgiving is, of course, a very, very highly touted holiday in the United States. It's one of the biggest holidays of the year. And it's a day when most things shut down. So there are fewer distractions and places to go if you happen to be one of those people who kind of wants to get away from the holiday or ignore the holiday. It's kind of hard to do. And Thanksgiving is, of course, traditionally all about getting together with your family and giving thanks for them and for everything that you have in your life. So this is symbolized by a day of absolute no holds barred gluttony, of course. No, truly, all joking aside, I get it. It's a celebration. And in almost all human cultures, the best way to celebrate has always been by sharing a table of tasty food. And it's a wonderful human tradition, and no complaints here, long live the feast. But like everything else in life, there is the idyllic version that adorns greeting cards and, Charlie Brown cartoons. And then there is real life. And the real life version can sometimes be a lot of a hot mess. A real hot mess, actually. And it's been said many times before in several different ways, and it's true. You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. You've arrived on this earth born to a certain clan of people. You had no say in the matter, and to an extent, neither did they. Even in regard to the person or people, may have wanted you and willfully created you, but they had no say in who or what type of person you would ultimately become. And even though they may have thought they could control that outcome, it's truly impossible to control that outcome. It's impossible to control the thoughts and the will of another person, even if they are kin. So the idea, it could have been by your parents to create someone in their image, but what they may have gotten, was someone whose beliefs, viewpoint, spiritual practice, ethics, sexuality, or values were completely different than their own. And I feel like the idea of Thanksgiving is both beautiful and important and horribly overrated at the same time. The concept of family holds an extremely high place in our society. Our entire society is built around the family unit. And this is a great way for the government and heads of state to reinforce that connection and that sense of importance, okay? For unity and for peace. The concept of family is what champions and legitimizes the similar concepts of marriage and monogamy. Socially, Thanksgiving helps the masses identify with the importance and sanctity of the traditional family structure, thus keeping calm, order, and peace. And this message kind of gets jammed down our throats near the end of the year. We keep hearing things such as family is everything, and family is so important. And, we can't help but see this image of everyone else is having Thanksgiving and loving it and getting along and having a good time. So should you, right? Now, societal importance aside, yes, genuinely enjoying time with your family and expressing your gratitude for them can certainly be an amazing practice and experience if you are blessed to have family members that you love and adore. All right, and if this is true, Thanksgiving can be a magical time of embraces, laughter, celebrations, memories, and creating new memorable moments. It can be an absolute highlight of the year, But let's get real for just a second. And human beings are human beings, okay? And oftentimes we don't treat each other well. And oftentimes this includes members of our own family. There can be a lot of pain, negativity, betrayal, sadness, anger, and even outright rage, depravity, and trauma within families. Perhaps this even describes your family. Because this time of year places an emphasis and a magnifying glass to the concept of family, it is often extremely hard to ignore or avoid the bitterness and darkness within your family at this time. In fact, with all the constant social message that we're inundated with, that show how all American and wonderful and perfect and harmonious Thanksgiving should be, we can become depressed and ashamed when our reality is so at odds with the way things should be, and the way we think the rest of the world is celebrating Thanksgiving and how we are dealing with the holiday. So if this is the case, how can we survive Thanksgiving? All right, so the first thing to remember is you are not alone, okay? You're not alone. The world is not the way that your society or your government would like you to believe. Many of us have been born into families that consist of people who don't understand us, who don't approve of us, who don't want the best of us, who wish we weren't born, who were jealous of us, people that can only value us for what we can do for them. And this is an unfortunate fact of life on earth. I believe that part of the point of life on earth, however, is how we can overcome this early setback and hardship and forge the diamond of our own truth in our own way. There are many, many people in this world that don't approve of you, that want you to fail, that wish you misery. And unfortunate truth is some of these people may be in your family. So you need to understand that it's nothing to be ashamed of, that you cannot help who your family is, and that you're not alone. Don't buy into the hype of every family but yours, celebrating Thanksgiving like some sort of Little House on the Prairie role play, because it's not reality. So the second thing that you should remember is that Thanksgiving is just another day. It's a Thursday. The next day is going to be Friday again. And, we as a society place special emphasis on it. But you have the individual power to decide how it affects you. You do not need to feel guilty because you're not meeting with a father, that betrayed you or trust as a child. And, you don't need to put yourself in harm's way or undo therapeutic or emotional work that you've done to heal yourself just because it's Thanksgiving. If you especially have a lot of trauma or wounds that are triggered by a certain family member and you would normally not meet with them, don't do it on Thanksgiving. Always do what's best for you and your healing, including on the 4th Thursday of November, okay? Another thing you should keep in mind is that Thanksgiving could be a powerful time to exercise forgiveness. Now, I can do a whole thing on how important and vital forgiveness is to your emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical health. Okay, in fact, I'm a huge proponent of incorporating a monthly forgiveness ritual into your life. And actually, if you are interested, I do have, we'll have a link near the bottom that could walk you through a little ritual that I have on my website. And, I like to correlate this forgiveness ritual with the full moon, personally. Forgiveness is really the act of release. It's all about releasing the low frequency emotions like rage, hate, and blame, and letting them dissolve completely. Now, life can be immensely challenging, and you best believe that on our journey, we accumulate a lot of anger and vitriol towards other people, often towards family members. And it's so important to acknowledge that wrongs were done to us, and then to release it. To forgive, and to sever the angry ties that hold us to the people that have wronged us is extremely important. Okay. And at the end of the day, that's really what a grudge is. It's an emotional tie to the person who has wronged us. It's stating to the cosmos, as long as so-and-so lives, and in many cases after they live, as long as so-and-so lives, I will never feel at peace. I will never feel true joy or be right ever again, and you really examine that. And you have to ask yourself, why give that person that power over you? Forgiveness releases that hold, and emotionally and spiritually sets you free. Now, forgiveness is not the same as forgetting and approving. Okay, you can forgive someone, and you should, but you can still sever ties with that person. Often this is necessary, okay? And that brings me to the last point I want to make, and that's, it's okay, all right? It's okay to not want to be around certain members of your family. And yes, I know it's Thanksgiving. Yes, it's that day of family, but depending on the severity of the trauma and pain that your family member has caused you, it damn well could be best to not spend time with them. You can forgive them, you can bless them, you can pray for them, but let's face it, some people are extremely toxic. Some people can be prone to depravity, cruelty, and even violence. You do not need to spend time with people that you would normally not associate with because they happen to be in your family and it happens to be Thanksgiving. It may just not be worth it. You have to really listen to yourself and respect yourself. If you dread spending time with a family member, but everyone says, you should do it, listen, it's Thanksgiving, no, just step back, take a little quiet time and listen to yourself, respect yourself. You can send them a card instead, maybe even a phone call that can be disconnected when needed. You need to keep growing as a person and not subject yourself to harm because society says you should. Okay, so that's very, very important. All right, and finally, I just want to do a little one-card draw, if I could. And we're just going to do a one-card draw, okay, that basically what we're going to ask is how we can collectively, deal with our different family traumas, family dramas that we have around Thanksgiving time. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little shuffle and pick one card for our advice here. Okay, here. Alright. Cut it out here. Alright, one more little shuffle we have. Okay. It's crazy. It's not even Thanksgiving yet, and I am looking out the window at a lot of snow. Like a crap load. We had a winter storm yesterday that pretty much shut everything down, and it's pretty early. So it's very, very, very shocking, for sure. Okay, so let's do our one card draw here. Whoa, using all my cards. Okay. And here we go. Okay, wow. All right, we have the Three of Swords. Okay. See that there? All right, so Three of Swords, and this can be one of the most useful cards, I feel like, but I feel like it's also one of the more powerful cards, and it can be one of the more scarier cards in the deck, I'm not going to lie. But the Three of Swords, to me, it's perfect for what we've just been talking about. This card is all about conflict and grief and loss and emotional pain. All right, the suit of swords, rather, is all about, it's about conflict, conquest. It is about the mind, intellect, and what goes on in the conscious mind, as well as the need to make decisions and the need to conquer things. And it is definitely, the suit of swords is very heavy. There's a lot of, I feel like, darker cards in the deck. And this is, again, is all about conflict and heartache, okay? And right away, our advice is we need to deal with this. And I feel like, I especially like this card when it comes up and I pull it in reverse, okay? And when I see this card in reverse, I think about the swords falling out of the heart. And this red heart, too, to me symbolizes the more angry aspect of pain, the most destructive aspect of that comes with emotional pain. And to me, the lesson of this card is that you need to acknowledge your pain and you cannot ignore it, and you have to deal with it. And the best thing to do is to actually speak to someone. And again, we went through some things today where you don't have to repeatedly go to the people that are maybe causing you pain. It is okay to say, you know what, even though society says I should associate with you, I'm going to pull back this is not who I want to be, this is not where I want to be, and I'm going to take care of myself. That's okay. It's also important to heal, okay? So, again, the reversal of this card is the step. That's the healing, the rehabilitation, and taking time for yourself to acknowledge this and then not ignore it, and then move out of your pain. Okay, so you can do that, of course, by seeking out spiritual counseling, by seeking out a mentor, by speaking with people that you're close with, that you trust, that you can open up with, and to actually work on yourself, to heal yourself. Okay, that's important. All right, so I want to thank you so much for joining me on this Thanksgiving vlog, and hopefully we shall be back next time for another one. So until then, enjoy your Thanksgiving. However you choose to spend it, it is up to you. No judgment. You do you and do whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel at peace. Okay? All right, well, thank you very much, and enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy the rest of your month here. And I will take care. See you soon. Bye.